Good afternoon. How are we going? We have the most powerful Buddha. This is a place where I like to sit and do my meditation in the morning. And while I've been sitting here after dealing with certain things, I want to teach you guys, or tell you guys a story and teach you more about environment and you know how important it is who you let into your environment. Because at the end of the day, you know, you're as strong as your team. And if people are wanting to stay on their own ways, or if they think that they know better about certain things, of course. How can I explain the best way? Is that people only evolve if they let themselves evolve. And how they're going to evolve is if they leave their own egotistic, uneducated mind and then listen. I'm not saying that, you know, other people and my coaches and superiors are always right, but when people are evolving, what happens is people will try so hard to better themselves, to fit in their environment, and then all of a sudden they get a little boop, a little result, boop, a breakthrough, and then through that sort of growth or that strength, they will think that what decisions that they're making, well, I'm strong now and I don't need to do this and my environment, and I'll say this and I'll talk back, and what that's actually doing is leading them to a path of destruction. And how I know this is because it's happened to me 3 times, as you guys know, because you know, all of a sudden you got this new awareness, this newfound sort of power or mindset, and then it's just like, okay, you know what, I can stand up for myself now. You know, I'm not a little feminine bitch, you know, being a masculine leader now. And it's just really, it's hurtful because, you know, people, your superiors and, you know, your loved ones around you, they're just there to help you. They might express it in different ways, but then if you just push it in people's face. So one thing I want to teach you about environments and having that higher consciousness is you really have to be careful about and who you give too much to, because if you're always there for a person's beg and call, if you're always there and wanting to help them, and that the subconscious or the mentality of the humankind is what happens. If a partner's there and they're so amazing and you keep giving and you love and give more, they tell you to fuck off. And that's just the way the mind works. People only appreciate what they've got until it's gone. So in your environment, it's a real push-pull and game. And one thing that I can really give you personal experience about is when you're giving so much to people and give, you know, unfortunately, if this person isn't awoken or this person doesn't have that higher consciousness, people will just keep taking. When it's their turn to give a little bit back, because we are a team and that's what environment's about. It's a team for a stronghold. They're gone. Because who are they thinking about? Number one, there's no I in team. You know, there's times in my team and my brotherhood, you know, the last week I couldn't walk, I was in bed, but I was still getting messages out, you know, phone calls. I wanted to be on my, you know, upmost peak state. But what people don't understand about that as well, there's times I don't want to get on webinars, there's times I don't want to do that, but this is not about me. This is about a collective brotherhood. And this is when you have to be very, very careful about your environment, that, you know, who you let in, because if that's rocking the boat and, you know, the universe is telling you from the start, yes, you can work through things, but if people aren't growing you, this is the key. Watch how your energy increases or decreases around the people that are in your environment. It is a massive filter, and it's a massive alert. You know, like obviously you know that people that empower you, of course you want them around. People that are taking, draining, you know, just worrying about themselves, then you have to think about it. But don't get me wrong, if that happens once, you want to be able to be a leader, you want to have that higher consciousness and you want to work through it. But then you need to work out, is this worth it? Yeah, is this person appreciating who I'm letting in my environment and what we're doing? Because, you know, I even know with myself, it's who you got around either makes you or breaks you. You know, I'm very giving, I'm very understanding. You know, you want to help people because obviously people are going to make mistakes because there's all different levels of, you know, of people evolving. And you really want to, oh, okay, look, we'll help you. Okay, no worries. But if someone keeps putting their hand on the flame and fucking burning it, then you need to think about it. You know, a simple thing in the tribe. If you've got people that aren't upholding a standard, then why are they there? You know what I mean? Why are the people in the tribe? Because the other people are obviously seeing them not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and subconsciously they're going to go, oh, you know what, Bob didn't do it, so I'm not going to do it. We're here to get a result. We're here to work together for a higher purpose. But what people are doing, and these are the people that don't belong in your environment, are just thinking about now, and they're just thinking about themselves instead of the long picture. Yeah? Okay, to get to that long picture, what can we change now, and how can we change the environment so we can move forward? And you know what ends up happens? they're on a good thing. Once you remove that from them and say, oh, okay, you know what, you know better, you go back to your environment, you go back to those people that don't know shit about what you're doing, and you go back feeling like that, and then unfortunately people, oh yeah, I'm happy, and that's just a cop out, and then what they do is they go back to their environment before it gets too hard, and then they go, fuck, I should have listened to that person. And I know this because it happened to me. You know, got this success, took my foot off the accelerator, you know, you're just about that, talking back, blah, blah, blah. You know, my coach goes, hey, man, you know what, Lee, you've just started getting on your feet, man, and now you're talking back and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You know, you've got a long way to go. If this happens, dude, like obviously you've got your shit sorted by you think you do, you know what, you handle yourself because, you know, obviously you don't need me in your life anymore. And that happened. You know, luckily that I was able to lead myself. I'm still really good friends with my coach and we do working together, which is good. You know, I've matched him and, you know, I even coach him in certain ways. But this is what happens. You really have to understand as well, guys, you're in this environment and, you know, the old you starts to creep in and then it starts to pollute and intoxicate people. So you need to understand that, like, hold on a second, like if someone's giving you, you know, you're in your environment, you've got a contract, but this person's helping out. But one thing I've learned, and one thing is, if you give people, give, people will walk all over you. And then when you say, hey, hold on a second, like this is all extra, they won't appreciate the extra. And then all they will look at is negative and they want to take, and they will do one of these, yeah? And that's because you give too much. But if you fucking stop it from the start, and this is one thing I've learned in my tribe, you give more, people don't deal with it, yeah? The people will appreciate it when it's removed, when they've got no money, when people remove out of their place or fucking things get hard and, you know, it's just like, okay, oh, pain, fuck, I should have listened. I should have done that. And it's too late because these people have gone, you know, you've really fucked yourself up pretty bad in life. And that's why with environment, you really need to stomp out that shit from the start. So be very selective who you let in your environment. And from the start, people, be aware of how your energy increases or decreases around the particular people in your environment. Yes, it's going to go up and down, and yes, you can move through it and lead people, and you can lead yourself, and you can come to agreement and work through things. But if it keeps happening again and again and again, where it's breaking your state and you're having challenges, then you really need to think about if that person is right for your environment or you're right for their environment. Yeah, and obviously, if you're the captain of the ship, if you're running the show, then that's your environment. Yeah, okay. So that was a little bit of a lesson about be very selective of who you let in your environment. Environment is everything. It will make you or break you. As you see in Steve and the people that are coming through, the ones that have, you know, got out of their own head, listened, and being 100% coachable have grown. People that want to be resistive, people that want to make up their own ways and get too big for their own shoes, that is going to cause a problem. And people that don't tell the truth in the environment. You need to lay all the cards on the table. The number one thing in my environment is truth. And it should be in yours as well. So have a great day, have a great weekend. You know, we've got so much happening at the moment. Just come back from an amazing spiritual cleansing and awakening. And yeah, we've got lots of big things happening. So I'm sending my love from Bali, my Buddha queen. It is a Buddha queen. Well, I don't know, I shouldn't say that, could be a man. But I've got my Buddha there, got my crystals banging out, get some good energy happening. And I just want to send my love from Bali, from Villa Soroko in Canggu. I'm Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength, and the truth coming to you from Bali and how important your environment is.